Do, 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 boop, boop. Hey, everybody. I'm not sure if I'm even live yet. Well, we got ourselves some grot tanks all dry brushed up and ready. Welcome to 2026. Hope you guys are having a good time out there. Let me make sure I turn that on. There we go. Hey, Nate, just printed these in the walkers out. Cool. Cool. In true 100% warbossfitz fashion, I picked out the color scheme I'm going with the goblins literally 30 seconds ago. And it is going to be a bright red. So we're going to have some reds and oranges going on with the armor plates before I chip them all up, make them all nastified. And so we're going to start out with the bright red. I'm going to try to alternate the color schemes or the armor panels, like the main the main armor panels. Let me put this where I can actually use the camera. There we go. So the main body panels I'm going to be doing in bright red, and then the little add-on ones I'm going to be using nuclear sunrise on those. So where's my big one at? Where's my big handle at? There's always something that I forget to get before the stream starts, and I have no idea where I even put that, because these are on 60 mils. No. Are you over here? No. Oh, there it is. Hiding up there. Bam! My big handle. Let's see here. Yep, that'll work. Alright, so we're going to start off with the bright red. It's going to be our lower color. And right before the stream, too, I was starting to put all the shields on my Greeks, because I got all those done earlier. Well, I got all those done on the weekend. Alright, let's see what bright red looks like. There we go. Now, I don't have to be 100% clean with this color, because, like I said, we're going to chip and rust these things. Bright red really just looks like Kool-Aid, doesn't it? Maybe adding the flow aid to it probably might not have been the best idea, but let's soldier on. It is bright. So, what we got to talk about? What have I been up to? Let's see. I had a poll on my Discord a little bit ago asking if I should do lore videos for OPR. And overwhelmingly, I got a yes, do it. Okay. So, I decided that what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing start off with this setting of OPR, because a lot of people, I keep hearing that argument all the time. OPR has no lore. It's like, no, it is. There is lore. There is lore. You just gotta we don't have 100 We don't have VTubers doing lore for OPR like 40K does. I would like to contribute if you're cool. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I am not. I'm gonna I'm gonna start it off with I am not a lore channel. So yes, if you would like to contribute, absolutely. But yeah, so I started. I sat down. I got ideas. Good. So I sat down with the world book, and I can't use I can't just read the world book out, and I hate those channels that just read the wiki. Greetings. Accept my Discord friend request. How am I going to accept your Discord request when I'm streaming on YouTube? I will accept your request when I'm done. Remember, low budget. I got one camera. This whole operation is ran off of my cell phone. So, yeah, I was like, okay, so let's just do the lore for OPR, just the world lore for OPR to start off with, and yeah, I can't just read the world book. One, because frowned upon to read out free stuff, or if it's something you got to pay for, it's frowned upon if you just read it out. And two, I hate those lore channels that just read the wiki. So I'm not going to do that. So what I did is I started to sit down and write a script. And I got to 4 pages of a script, and I realized I was 8 or 9 paragraphs in the lore book. I'm like, oh, this is going to take a minute. Where did that even go? Whatever. So I'm going to have to split this thing up into multiple videos because one, I don't think I could sit there and talk about the lore for an hour without going absolutely schizo. Two, no one wants to sit there and listen to me talk for what will probably, as far as I've got in the book so far, with the script that I have so far, I'm anticipating at least 4 hours worth of lore just out of the book. So that will be broke up into a couple of videos. So here we go. It's starting to grow on me now. Yeah. And then as time goes on, I'll do the individual armies and their lore and stuff and how it. Because I have some Battle Brother ideas in lore. Yeah, as it goes on, I'll do the different armies and how they fit into the lore of OPR and stuff like that. Or if somebody comes along, I will definitely pass the torch because I am not a lore channel. Hey, Tabletop Date Night, how you doing? How you doing? We are discussing. I'm going to be starting to make some lore videos here in the not too distant future. The first tank? Well, I don't know. This here looks like it's got one of those half-shaved haircuts going on. Yeah, I was gonna do the lore videos like I do the army videos. Like as I do an army, I'll do like an army review and then a lore thing on them, and then just like there was. Where else could you find Goblin girls riding orc tanks singing a song about bread? I saw those as camo knitting. Well, they are camo knitting. But yeah, I was planning on doing breaking it down like the lore of the faction whenever I did the video on the faction, and I started doing the one for the Human Empire because we're doing those this week, and I was like, I have to explain so much in the Age of Fantasy backstory before I even get to the current lore of the Human Empire. I was like, oh, okay, let's start at the beginning with both of them. And so I'll do the grimdark future because it's just I love fantasy stuff, but grimdark stuff there's just more of the grimdark players. So I'll start there, and then do the Age of Fantasy one, then break down the armies. When you use this one, hum the Jaws theme. Do lore videos. Yes, I will be doing lore videos. I'm going to be doing them in my oh so serious way too. So the human colony started a rebellion. We all know where this is going. The Earth Federation weaponizes the IRS. What do you mean I have to work for you? I came out here to the frontier so I could get away and be a settler and raise my family on my nice little farm. Oh, that's nice for getting the mine. Definitely was bright red, but I still can't get over my initial reaction. I was like, I'm painting with Kool-Aid. Alright. The gate anime top heavy girls with pointy ears, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I mean, I'm thinking about that all the time. Howdy, boss. How you liking the Space Goblins? I mean, I'm liking the Space Goblins. I've always loved me some goblins. Yeah. And then the Earth scientists, once they didn't have to worry about how to feed 100 people with a single potato, they just kind of defaulted back to the military-industrial complex. These are delightful to paint. They're going to be so delightful to muck up with rust and stuff here soon, too. We gotta get our base colors on the panels first. Like I said, I'm trying. I don't need to be clean right now because, like I said, I'm going to chip and rust the crap out of these. now. A little bit of overlap in here, doesn't matter. I'm playing with rats in the lab. The lab is neat stuff with the Dragon Empire. So many as I got from Heroes Infinite will work great with them as well. Yeah, yep. I am wanting to do a colony civil war game for me and my buddies. Basically, it's the setting before serious events happen. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Looking at that, I was like, this is some cool stuff. Like, there's so much in the world book that they just kind of go, and this happened, and then this happened. Like they were hurrying up to get to the serious sector. I'm like, there's so much here, so much you could flesh out. Like the colonists decided to rebel, and then the Earth military-industrial complex just kind of was like, oh yeah, while you were gone, we invented these battle armor things. Have fun with this. And then after a while, I made this gene splicing technology to help all of humanity. Earth Force military goes, LOL, bet, gimme that. It's for everybody. Hey, Jarena Hawk, how you doing? I have no doubt that it will get fleshed out a lot when we get lore books for Battle Brothers Machine Cult, HDF, and Blessed Sisters. Yes, that is something I will definitely have to be reiterating. Is that, listen, this is what I'm going to be reading from is a 65-page pamphlet that I'm just embellishing on some points. Hey, now, who founded the founder? Oh, no, I haven't made that for you. I like how Battle Brothers versus Machine Cult feels like genetics bros versus tech bros. Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to be getting lots of questions from like the neighbors. Fitz has been in the garage talking to himself for 6 hours. Should we be concerned? I love how they all got the little goblin noses sticking out there. Yeah, we'll do that. Please, I'll do this part too. So what are you guys out there working on? I did have a guy in my gaming group going, Dan, you're to the point now where if you just kind of made lore up, I think OPR would just go with it. Like, I don't want to do that. Printing a Goblin Reclaimers because you finished the Wolf Brothers. Awesome. Been organizing my house plan to paint up some Space Lizards sometime soon. Excellent. Excellent. We love our space lizards. Oh, this guy's just got a big extra plate over top of all that. Okay. So yeah, base armor is this color. Vampire Marines used as disciples of war. What? Okay. I mean, you can do whatever you want. As long as you can make me as long as you can think of a story. Dude, absolutely. I want to do some detailed work on the swarms and rim their base with white. Some of them need bases. I just really don't want to mess up the sizes on big ones. Okay. Okay. So me and the printer are fighting again. It always seems to be whenever I turn it off for like more than an hour, whenever I turn it back on, it just goes all blah. So we're fighting again. Somehow it worked its way out of level again. And it's been giving me crap again. When the box arrives for Broken Truth, I paint up the stuff in the boxes, use the fact that they have bases to get big minis based, and then get to buying resin to print robots. Okay. Okay. Please do a red cape. Now it's going to be a purple cape. Got a couple shades of purple sitting out for it. Because he's Goblin royalty. Or at least he is in his own mind. If I did a red cape on red armor, that just kind of looked weird. Okay, so there's all the base. Wait, I'll do the hatch. I forgot the hatch. Part of the hatch. There we go. So there's our base colors for the armor. And we're going to do our secondary armor color, which is that nuclear sunrise. So it's still... I love how they call bright red and orangish red a nuclear sunrise, or reddish orange. Let's clean this out. Come on, clean out. And then I mixed up the order. This one first. First, second, third, fourth. There we go. Move over to nuclear sunrise. Going rusty again? We will. We will. Once we get the base color on it. If yellow would work well from the Goblins, I mean, they have a radiation thing going on, so yellow and black would work as also the colors for actual radiation warning signs. Yes, it would work very well. For all of them that have like this radiation patch in the back, I am going to do that with yellow, but it'll be later on. Look at a little mixy. Oh, here's the handle. That's what it's here for. Gobby tanks. There's a hair in it. There we go. You know, that is not a terrible idea, is to give them some glow effects. We're also getting fantasy orcs this year. Yes, we are, as well as what folks think are Dow. I see folks arguing about whether it's sea elves or goblins. I hope everyone out there is healthy. No one was sick at Christmas. 4 days later, 10 of the 23 of the party had the flu. Yeah, that's why my little vacation kind of sucked. I couldn't record anything because my computer is right next to the downstairs bathroom, and we had our son, he was camping out. He had his mattress in the living room just so he could be closer to the toilet. Yeah, I've been hearing people talk about this crazy sickness that's been going around. I didn't catch it, amazingly. I normally catch everything that goes on in this house. Had a game against an all Gobbo tank list the other day against my Robot Legion. Gobbos won, but it was really close. Scorpions kind of carried me. Okay. I know one guy right now, 30 years old or so, in the hospital on oxygen because of this flu. Ooh. That is rough. These little goblin tanks, anything that can get like the plasma cannon equivalent are going to be good in the game, at least in my mind. That's what these guys have. I gave them all the bubble, the heavy bubble guns with their AP4 and Blasted 3. Why? Because I think it's hilarious. So there's the bunny-eared tank. All of the armor plates are complete on this one. Ready for its chipping and rusting when we get over to it. Time for Shark Tank. Yeah, my son had it, and he had it coming out of both ends, and pretty much was comatose for like a week. Worst I had was like some bubble guts for like 2 days. Meanwhile, my overweight, overstretched, smoking butt gets COVID and keeps smoking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with doing what I do, going into people's apartments all the time, I just like by the third time I got it, I'm like, I just don't even care anymore. I also find it fascinating painted lizards how some of them you can paint like any shade of blue, but for some reason the dactyls almost demand to be teal. Yeah, yeah. There's some models that you just they tell you what they want to be painted. You just gotta listen to them. Needs more neon red. What are you talking about? It looks like it's straight Kool-Aid. Makes it go faster. You know it. Anyone just popped in here, this is not going to be the final color. This is just the base color of the armor. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of chipping and rusting. Ta-da. We have Bunny Jaws, Hobbs, and Superman. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I think when I start doing the lore videos, I'm gonna break it up kind of like the way it's broke up in the world book. Like the first section is going to be humanity civil war. And then I'll end it when like they do the whoopsie and jump into the wormhole. And then my second one will be, smash cut to the dwarfs. Going, what's this button do? Oh no! So I get to go over the dwarf and the orc war. And then I get to talk about the elves and their unhealthy obsessions. Yeah. Is there any designer model besides the orcs you wish OPR would redo? Wish they would redo. Those dirty knife ears. Well, I mean, it's not really many. Like let's see what they have. Let's see what they have. Let me be a good YouTuber. Just kind of fill space with words. I swear, I was watching a Morty and Glory video earlier today, and they're like, "This is the topic. We're going to talk about everything but the topic for like 2 hours." Yeah. Licensing spoiler in the tanks. Yeah. So let's see. What we got? We got going back in reverse. We got the goblins here. These are awesome. I love the goblins. And then we have. God, what was it before the goblins? Well, it was the orcs before the goblins. You said I can't choose orcs, even though I'll say I do like the orc models mostly. Just a few little tweaks, and they would have been great. How's the dice goblin doing now? Oh, he's good. He's doing good. He went back to school today. He got to see all his friends. He's no longer sick. I just got my living room back yesterday. I think my favorite orc model is the one wearing the beret. Then who did we have before the orcs? Was it the Human Defense Force before the orcs, or am I missing one? But either way, Human Defense Force. Those, again, came out excellent. Everything there, just model-wise, I like everything they did there. Well, I feel like there could have been a little bit more variation in the tanks, between the difference between the tanks and the like support vehicles. They almost look like they're the same chassis. I think I would have made one of them more boxy than the other, instead of them all having the same general look to them, just to make it different at a glance, real fast at a glance. So HDF was good. Now, who's before HDF? At this point, we're going back to like 2024. There's always somebody I'm waiting on, like the last models they released before I make the army. What was it? Was it dwarfs? Or was it elves? Good evening, War Boss. Was painting, it didn't catch the start. Oh, well. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome, Master Williams. And oh, by the way, he started this guy over here started a channel. So we shall see where that goes. What else? For now, I'm talking for. Yeah. I guess we can talk about Age of Fantasy as well. I wish I. Okay, here we go. I have an answer. I have an answer. I want them to redesign the dwarfs. Waiting for someone to throw a friggin' shoe at me. Awesome. Yeah, when we're done here, go check out that. Go check out his stuff. Print 4 Gaming. I would like them to redesign the dwarfs because I think dwarfs should be boxy. They should be boxy, but I feel like they took it too far. I mean, the guilds are the guilds, the grimdark future dwarfs. I know they wanted to do like hard angles and stuff on the doors, but I feel like there should have been more. They're too boxy for me. Too boxy, but again, that's like on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being terrible and 5 being the best. They're like a 3. I look at them going okay. But since I'm not allowed to pick the orcs, I'll pick the dwarves. Okay. Oh, back here. I would like the Dwarf Guilds was more of a NASA punk inspired than the generic look we have. Yeah, I would definitely have liked that a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, it's not like a hard, oh god, I hate the doors, but it's if we were going to redesign one of them, that would be my choice. And I am happy they're redoing the demons because just for a technical level, the demons. I have so many broken demon models. Not from playing with them, but just trying to get them off the supports. Yeah, like. What would I change about the orcs? Well, I would definitely give them huge lower jaws because that's just something I was just expecting that with the orcs. To not emulate 40k orcs 100%, but to have the feel of them, I guess. And then, and then have their like they went for like a tribal feel with them. I just realized I didn't even turn on my secondary light. Hold on a second. Let there be more light. Bing. Warcraft or 40k Jaws? Warcraft Jaws. Warcraft Jaws. Like I don't want to go the full blown 40k Jaws. An alien rebuilder kind of race. Okay. Not quite sure what you mean by that one. Alright, time to do some chipping. Now, to do this, where is my endless supply of sponges? We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We'll take our black paint. That looks sufficiently beat up there. All the random hairs out. Bang, bang, pow, crash, bang, pow, bang, pow. Heavy chip, bang, bang, pow, crash, bang. Yeah. It looks like a poo, and that's the point. Yes, I'm making pew pew noises as I'm smashing up my tanks here. The doors, am I looking for more of a Lord of the Rings look? No. No, we're talking about the sci-fi doors. I'm looking for of a heavy mining suit slash full face goggle a la NASA helmet. Smash them up. Yeah, I think that might be my problem with them is they went to Lord of the Rings. They went to generic fantasy dwarfs in sci-fi. Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic, yes. Maybe a little bit more like, okay, this would just be me, but it would be Deep Rock Galactic, except it would be more on like the technical end of what they could do. Like less. I don't know. I would do my dwarfs all business. Like, we are chipped. Besides the HDF, what's my favorite model design for them? I don't know. It's hard to quantify. Favorite. I blast through models so fast that. Besides the HDF, what's my favorite? See, y'all make me think. I really like the the Goblin design here. So, I mean, let's find a good one. Like, look at this silly little crackhead. He looks like, a gremlin with a freaking stug, or a gremlin with an assault rifle. Okay, that's done. Next over here, take this, and then we take this, and now we're gonna take. You're not even dry yet. Dry off. Go ahead. Take some gunmetal. I'm gonna take a stipple brush. I need a good stippler. That is not a good well, okay, maybe it is. Rusty, dusty goblins. Woo! Yep. Yup. Good. I have a holder. What do I do? I keep forgetting I'm on camera. On camera, use the holder. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, any design of armor you come up with should take mobility into account. Gotta get to bed at 4 a.m. Wake up. Good night. Yes, good night. Good night. Ugh, there's a big old patch of black paint that still hasn't dried yet. You shall wait. How about you? A little bit there. That's okay. All of a sudden, I've fallen all over this brush. Maybe I can do that for Stippler. Yeah, look at that brush. It's crap brush. Sorry, yes, making weird noises again. There we go. Sufficiently beat. There we go. Captain. Bing, bang, pow. Crash, bang, boom. Dang Captain Chaos. Yes. Okay. Howdy, sir. Howdy. How you doing? Just beating up some goblin tanks here. We have become rust. Well, we're not rust yet. We're just exposed metal. Now we rust. Well, thank you for okay, cool. Yeah, hi. You. Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Funny thing you asked about that because I've had like 3 people ask me about plague demons and plague disciples and stuff armies. I'm like, okay, I'll give you a shot. This is what I'll do. What I would do. Okay, that's done. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna cheat. Ta-da! Cheating. Oh shit! We'll see how much of this I got left. I might have to buy some more. This is why this is always around. Oh, she gritty. Oh, she gritty. Let's do a little bit. A little more. There we go. Is that actual liquid rust? No, this is dirty down rust. It's just a water-based paint. Oh, it's got a smell to it. And we're going to add some water to it. It kind of starts the activation process. And we're going to give her a mix. Yeah, this is from a company called Dirty Down. This stuff is, when I did a video on how to do rust. This stuff is far and away ridiculous when it comes to rusting. We're just going to go through, we're going to hit most of the exposed metal, and then we're going to probably go up underneath in there as well. And we don't want to be, that's the thing, when you're doing rust and stuff, you don't want to be careful. You don't want to really think out your brush strokes. You just kind of want to let it happen. Oh, this stuff stinks. Sorry, I'm not really looking at chat at the moment. Oh, would you recommend taking the Plaguebound boost for all of my units, so 5+ instead of only 6+? It's going to be hard to get that for all of your units. But to try to get as many as you can in there. I mean, or you can go the ridiculous route. You said it's a 1,500 point game, huh? So you can do, what's the max size of 1,500 if you're using the thing? Is it like 500 points? You can go crazy and just take as many Ascended Harbingers with AP3 gauntlets as you can. Alright. Let that sit up. Okay, let that sit up. Let that do its thing. Have you tried the hairspray trick for rust? You mean the sand in hairspray? I used to do something like that, like back in the day, but I haven't done that for a while. Here and let that set up onto the Too Fast, Too Furious here. Alright, another set. Last one, and then we'll go back and show you what the first one did, because the first one's already looking pretty cool. Still think Quar tanks would fit with the Gobos. I was thinking of bringing one or two Ascended. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to, go for it. I'm still working on a video about different doctrines in OPR, and a lot of people like to do like the big scary stuff, which that's 100% of totally viable. Go for it. If that's the way you want to do it, go for it. I'm not begrudging you in the slightest. Go for it. But then, you have other people like me who I just like to flood the board with crap. Why? Because I know eventually crap might be crap, but eventually crap will just work. Stretching the last of this here. Good. Ooh, right there in the front. I missed that part. Oh, which is good. Good Lord, the smell of this stuff. Oh. Right, so that's Dirty Down. Dirty Down rusts. They got a couple different things. They got moss. And they got like yellow rust. Do you sell giveaway armies? I'll give them away occasionally. Like if I'm doing a like an event or something, I'll give armies away. So this is what the Dirty Down Rust did. You can see it gave us a good rust color. Now we're going to take a little bit of dark metal and we're going to dry brush over the rust. Later, because I can tell it's not 100% dry, and I will muck that up completely if I try to dry brush it right this second. So yeah, just straight rust buckets. See, it even gives you, like, on this panel here, it even gives you, like, the... there. It even gives you, like, the flaking that a rust would give you. But this is all acrylic. That's not going anywhere. Yeah, and this guy's not dry yet. He doesn't got the full... You start to see it get a little bit of a rust texture there. So that is we're going to end it tonight without a rusty rust bucket goblins. I got so many more goblins over here. And then, oh, also, last week I tried to show you guys the pig orcs, but they kind of were just a block of ooze last week. So this, we'll put his arms on, but there's a pig orc. I want to be using these guys for when I do the orc army. Ta-da. Right. So, let's see here. We're gonna leave the painting right there. So, let's see a few things. Remember to check out PrintedStarships.com for all of your starship, sci-fi spaceship needs. And if you use the checkout code warbossfitz, you get 15% off. Again, that is PrintedStarships.com. Yeah, they're porks. Exactly. Human Empire. Later on this week, we got a game going with them. Bam. As you can see, here's one of my weapon masters. Ta-da. So that army's going to be all done. Game with them on Thursday. And that lore video, I don't know when we get the lore video out. I got to go talk to myself in the garage for like 6 hours. Like I said, I'm going to split it into quite a few different videos. Probably like a chapter per video. It's going to take a while. So, that'll do it for me, guys. Happy Monday. Happy painting. We'll see how... We'll do some more work on the goblins next week. So, I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. And we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.